Welcome back for more NC Sports Weekly News. Coming up on this latest edition, the Volvo Ocean Race is on top of the world and now heads to New Zealand for Leg 4 with a target painted on the new leaders of Dongfeng. World Surf League, Hawaii's John John Florence nails his fourth Volcom Pipe Pro qualifier in Oahu. Mexico's Jonathan Paredes wins in Cali as just 5 divers make the cut for the upcoming Cliff Diving World Series 2015. Extreme Sailing Series kickoff for Act 1 in Singapore. Teams Red Bull and SAP steal the show away from the Wave Muscat. Asian Classic at the Singapore Straits Regatta. Full report with Senior Correspondent Sebastien Destremau. Plus some more boards and fun in the Cape Town summer for the King of the Air as kiteboarding greats wait for optimal wind and wave conditions. NC Sports, plunge into the action.
At the Volvo Ocean Race, and it is lovely for me to be here. It's my first time in China, and yes, it's an amazing experience, and I can now go back home and tell everybody that I've been on top of literally the world.
2014 Miss World Lena Strauss from South Africa did set the media scene on Hainan Island at the eve of the new start of the Volvo Ocean Race. But all the real attention soon shifted on the new local heroes on board the Dongfeng.
That the guy know this place because we have trained last year. We did already the half of his leg, so they know what they are going to fight against, and we are ready for that. For sure, the China Sea is famous to be a very bad sea state, and the main goal is not to break the boat during these first 3 days.
French skipper Charles Caudrelier kept his cool just before leaving the port of Sanya on Sunday as the VOR fleet set sail for the over 5,000 nautical miles of Leg 4 to New Zealand. That's because he knows that after basking in the glory of their historic Leg 3 victory in Hainan, grabbing the new overall leadership, and placing another win in the Sanya import races, the Chinese-French Dongfeng team now has a target painted on its stern. For sure, the competition won't give up that easily. The Dutch on Brunel Racing, captained by Boe Becking, and the Emiratis on Abu Dhabi with Ian Walker can't afford any more losses. With just a handful of days in the race, however, Dongfeng is once again leading an extremely tight fleet. 2 mandatory key waypoints just north of the Philippines will wean out the first laggers before the long descent into the South Pacific Ocean towards Auckland. As this NC Sports edition goes to air, Abu Dhabi is virtually neck and neck with Dongfeng. Spanish team Mapfre is finally well placed in 3rd, and Brunel in 4th is also ready to pounce. The Americans on Alvimedica and the ladies of Team SCA are less than 10 miles behind, so once again, this promises to be another heart-stopping leg. Follow the complete and extended weekly coverage of the Volvo Ocean Race on Nautical Channel, premiering every Sunday at 9 p.m. Posting a 9.2 and another 8.43 for the highest heat score of the event, John John Florence did away with Mason Ho, Kelly Slater, and Sebastian Zietz last week in the final of the Volcom Pipe Pro qualifier in Oahu. Highly technical 2 to 3 meter waves and gusting 25-knot offshore winds complicated matters in Hawaii, but JJ plays this home water advantage, leaving Slater behind on the chase for a combination score. This victory adds up to a 4th title in 5 years for the 22-year-old Florence, a new force to be reckoned with on the championship tour, and now ranked 3rd on the World Surf League, formerly known as the ASP. In front of thousands of enthusiastic fans and following 2 days of intense world-class competition from the 27-meter platform, Mexico's Jonathan Paredes topped the leaderboard in Cali for the qualifying rounds of the next Cliff Diving World Series.
It's really good to be right now on the series again, and especially here in Colombia because it's a really special place for me. And I did it great. I did it great on Thursday. I did it great today. So I'm so happy. Yeah, I think the level is going up every time, you know. I was actually really scared to come here. I knew that the level is going to be tough.
17 divers from 11 different nations met up poolside in Colombia to battle it out for just 5 tickets, granting access to the upcoming season to be held in open waters. Also making the cut, the UK's Blake Aldridge came away with second place at just 36 points behind Paredes, followed by Michal Navratil of the Czech Republic in third, while American Andy Jones and a surprising Juscelino Jr. from Brazil completed the exclusive roster by bumping out local hero Cristian Aragon. Eight venues have been confirmed for 2015, beginning this March here in Cartagena and then touching some of the world's top hotspots in France, the USA, Denmark, the Azores, Bosnia, Italy, and Portugal. Be there with MC Sports. Amid old and new rivalries, the 2015 season for the Extreme Sailing Series kicked off this weekend with Act 1 in Singapore. Large crowds looked on dockside as 9 teams took to the water in the treacherous Marina Bay, where light winds and unpredictable puffs filtering through the skyscrapers hampered most strategies and tactics. In the 32 races held, the most experienced in this stadium racing format soon came on top. But the final result was an unexpected surprise. Battling for the lead this time, the Austrians on Red Bull and SAP Team Denmark held back the favorites on the Wave Muscat. With Alinghi's departure from the series, skipper Lee McMillan may have lost his fiercest enemy, but this new quest for a third Extreme 40s world title will likely be another uphill battle for the Omani team. This was indeed a well-deserved ACT victory and the first ever for double Olympic medalists Roman Hagara and Hans-Peter Steinacher.
Yes, definitely, we are all thrilled. I mean, it's great. The young guys did a great job, and I think also our experience was very helpful. And I think together as a team, it was outstanding for us. I mean, we kept everything together also on the last day, and that's perfect for the team. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we are very consistent now, and hopefully the whole season we do the same like we did here in Singapore.
Heading the Danish crew, Jess Graham Hansen and Rasmus Kostner also put on a top performance and had a shot at victory up to the very final meters of the very last race.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's really a great job by the team, and we're so happy with this second place. It's been a long time for us to be on the podium, and this one feels so good. I think we managed to get the most out of the conditions, and they were really challenging, and we were fighting on to the end. It was us, the Wave, and Red Bull, and yeah, fighting until the finish line here for the race, last race. So it was a good one.
On a positive learning curve, Russia's Team Gazprom closed with a remarkable 4th place behind the Wave, thanks to 3 wins and as many podium placements. Team Oman Air also kept a steady pace for a respectable 5th overall. GAC Pindar came out fighting in Singapore, posting 3 wins and multiple podiums. Yet with a pre-start crash against the seawall on day 2 and missing 4 races for repairs, the British team closed with an unforgiving 6th place overall. The 2015 debutants of Lino Sonego Team Italia and Beko Team Turks got their first real taste of the Extreme Sailing Series in Singapore, with both crews taking a single win and proving that they can be valid contenders. But finding consistency will now be on top of their to-do list for the remainder of the season.
driven by a goal to cement Singapore's position as a yachting hub. Local enthusiasts created the Singapore Straits Regatta. 21 years later, Singapore is very much at the forefront of the sailing world.
It's quite interesting if you trace back the history over the last 20 years, especially how sailing has grown.
A frisky breeze with gusts reaching up to 20 knots set the stage for the final races. Out on the racetrack, and the SB20 fleet has to dig deep and produces their best teamwork and skill. The team on Glasgow Kiss from Great Britain, skippered by Nils Ramislovic, masters the conditions. They rack up another win and a third place to seal the championship's crown. Germany's Werner team secures the silver, with the British Volcom team claiming bronze. Sailing is not just a man's world. Ladies are often in the mix in Singapore. They are more than able to challenge men on the leaderboard and give them a run for their money.
I think the important thing is the legacy. It's important that these events and what's going on inspires the next generation of sailors.
All teams enjoyed the warm hospitality during an impressive closing ceremony, showering the winds with applause.
Summer is full on, and the daily weather reports with detailed wind and wave conditions have become front page news in Cape Town, as the world's best kiteboarders have flocked to South Africa and have now been waiting for over a week for a clear shot at the prestigious and iconic King of the Air 2015 title. This world-famous big air competition is a one-shot deal, and waiting is the name of this game, where optimal conditions are set between 25 and 37 knots. Veteran and legend Robbie Naish is also on site, reportedly exploring, and has tweeted that this is a melting pot of extreme talent in the sport. Naish won the first edition in 2000 at Ho'okipa in Maui, while Holland's Kevin Laguerre won the last 2014 edition, also here in Cape Town. Bigger, higher, that's what the judges will be looking for. Full report and results on the next NC Sports. The water sports action never quits. Join the current on Nautical Channel. This is Saturday at 5 p.m. Catch the highlights and all the backstage comments with top Olympic sailors from the ISAF World Cup in Miami. Plunge into the action with NC Sports.